I'll give him an A rank. I'll be nice. I'll give him an A rank. And wow. All right, well, that is all I really have to say about the changes to the Fire Emblem characters. I gotta say, this took a lot less time than I thought it would, especially compared to some of my other tier list choices. Huh. Okay, the ad break is over. Again, Skullbone, I'm sorry to have cut you off like that. So here's the thing. We're pretty much done with the tier list. Like, I actually thought that was going to take a lot longer than it did. But, I mean, as you can see, I kind of got it done in less than 45 minutes. Which is great, except it's like, you know, that's only an hour of my time. And it's like, you know, should I take it? Should I accept that I have a short evening? Should I just wrap it all up at 10 o'clock and do whatever I feel like? Or should I try to test out what I'm planning on doing tomorrow night? Which is, if you've seen the schedule, it is a game called Rule 34. I only have it listed as just chatting, because I don't know how else to label it for something like this. So I'm at my own side here, and I'm asking, like, should I try it, even though I know, like, almost nobody is going to show up for it, or would it actually hurt me to give it a try and just, like, you know, just like test the waters out for it? No. Rule 34 dull. It's Rule 34 DLE. It's kind of like how Wordle is spelt out. But it's what you're basically doing is it's a game of higher or lower, where I'll get out of here. Damn bot. Yeah, you're basically like playing a game of higher or lower on who has the most the most artwork on the website. The thing is, what the data is coming from Pahil and not .excxcx. So that makes it a more interesting challenge, if you ask me. Yeah, so the plan is to play it tomorrow night. But because this ended up so short, I'm just asking myself, should I try it? Like, what's the worst that could happen if I try it tonight, even though I'm going to play it tomorrow night? I could probably just like make it a preview thing. So maybe I'll end up doing that. I don't. If you've got nothing else to do, I'll be glad to like stick around and just like give it a shot. Because again, this ended like so early. Yeah, you know what? Give me a minute. I'm not gonna stop the stream. Well, should I stop the stream? You know what? No, I'm not gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna just like get things taken care of here, and then I'm going to yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna just change everything over, and then we're gonna do things a little differently. Yeah. So sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the Three Houses portion of our stream. We're gonna move over to just chatting, and we're going to change the music, and we're going to play a little bit of Rule 34. Yeah, why not? I know that was gonna be tomorrow night's stream, but hey, I'm the guy running the channel. I can do what I want. So yeah, Skullbone, thank you for coming in. Just give me a little bit. If you're interested in seeing how this plays out, just give me a few minutes and I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Greetings, citizens. It is your HeroFizzer, and you're probably wondering what the hell is going on here. Doesn't the schedule say that this game is supposed to be playing tomorrow? Well, yes, but it turns out that doing a tier list of just the glow-ups of Fire Emblem Three Houses characters is a very short time, so I feel like this is as good a time as any to test the waters on what is going to be tomorrow's stream, which is Rule 34. As you can see right here, we have this. Let me switch over to here. So the point of this game, as you can kind of see, is... Oop, wrong movement. Well, I kind of want to just move this out of the way too, but focus on me. There we go. The point of this stream, this game in particular, is, as you can see, we have two characters. One is Nekomata Okayu from HoloLive, and the other is Rosa from Pokemon. Now, the point of this game is to guess who's going to have the most posts on Rule34.com. Not .com. No. Not .com. Let me be clear. As you can tell by the logo up here, up at the top, if you couldn't see it, the data seems like it's based off of Pahil and not the other website. So we're going to be here tonight. We're going to test this out, test the waters, see how this goes, and, in preparation for tomorrow night's stream, because I feel like still doing stuff, and again, an hour of streaming just doesn't feel right to me. So, okay, we're going to test the waters here. So, first of all, we've got Okayu and we've got Rosa. Now, obviously, Okayu has a very big count of posts, but Rosa, on the other hand, has been around longer. Like, her Black and White 1 counterpart in Hilda, she blew up because people were saying, like, oh, she's like the most mature looking Pokemon trainer that we can play as at the time. I don't know how true that is, but, I remember Hilda blew up. If anything, Rosa not only has been around longer, but I'm sure that she has blown up just as much, if not more, than Hilda. Not to mention, like, cute, sexy robots doing artwork of her and her Tepig. Like, there were a couple of images where they drew her, like, on the side of the road, hitchhiking and stuff. So, my thinking is that we are dealing with... I think Rosa is the one that has the higher count. Whew, not even in the same ballpark. Oh boy. Of course this would happen. Okay, so next up, we're dealing with Haru Okumura. Now, if you've been paying attention to my Persona 5 Royal streams, you know that I held a vote in my Discord on whether or not I was going to do a harem ending for Persona 5 Royal, or if I was going to stick to just one particular girl. Everybody said, stick with one girl, and I gave them the choice of who I should romance if it's just going to be the one individual character. That character is Haru Okumura, of course. That being said, like, I like Haru, but I don't... Goddamn, that is not a clean loop. I apologize. Anyway, I'm going to say that Rosa has more than Haru. Just because, like, she's a popular character, but she also hasn't been around for as long as Rosa and Hilda have been, so yeah. See? Alright. Vocaloid. Haru, I'm so sorry, but let's be honest, like, Hatsune Miku makes up so much of Vocaloid that it's not even funny. And that alone trounces you. Holy crap. It's a freaking trounce right there. Alright, so now we have Vocaloid versus a single Skullgirl. Again, this isn't even fair. Like, who do you think is gonna win? The group that created Hatsune Miku? Or a single Skullgirl? Nothing against the Skullgirls, it's just... I mean, yeah. Oh god, this isn't even fair. All the SFM in the world of Chun-Li alone. Bam. Amy Wong. Okay. Miku every time, just Miku. Okay, hold on a sec. I think I gotta change my oh no, that's just hardly visible. Okay. Alright, so listen, I like Amy Wong, and I know a lot of people like her, but again, I don't feel like she has had the relevance that Chun-Li somehow has had. Especially because, again, I think the SFMs just, like, trounce every time. Every possible thing that you could do. Okay, so just as a heads up, we have, like, 3 minutes and 50 seconds before we have an ad break, so just something to keep in mind. Alright, back to where we were. I'm gonna go with Chun-Li. Yeah. I think Leela even trounces it. No. No. Why? Oh my god, no. I don't want to think about this. Why? Why? I don't want to think about Shrek's onion. Oh, I don't want to think about the shadow artwork. Oh, or the Mpreg spot. Oh, why must this stupid green ogre? Why must it unlock so many bad memories? Ah. Fine. What? I hate what Shrek became, but I really enjoyed the first 2 movies. Well, I'm glad. I mean, I haven't even bothered watching anything past the 3rd movie, except for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. But I gotta say, I am very stunned that Shrek is somehow lower than Amy Wong. That is a surprise. Again, we're getting our information from Pahil, so I don't know how Shrek stacks in comparison when it's on Rule 30, the other one. Let me see here, because something, I don't know, this seems... Okay. Yeah! Wait. Okay, no. Shrek the series has 4,726 on the not Pahil one. Stay away from dark side of Shrek on the web. Too late, man. So, yeah, so Shrek the series has 4,726 on the other one, but Shrek alone has 413. So, where is the rest of that number coming from? I don't, you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know, and I don't think you want to know either. We're gonna stay away from this one. So, let's start over, but, oh, good. Are you kidding me? I still think Little Bunny would win this. But this time around, I'm going to turn off the AI results. Because, yeah, it's an issue with the other website, too. It's just like, there's so much of it is clogged up by AI, it's not even funny. I'm very glad that they have no AI toggle on that website, because it makes it much easier to have to sift through the slop, if you will. Alright. I don't even think I have to think about this all that much. Winry just beat Zack. Just barely. Wow. Okay. Urbosa. I don't even have to think about this one. Alright. Bloodborne, I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't know, because I don't know, because like Bloodborne is like, I don't know, how many familiar characters are there in the Bloodborne series? Oh, by the way, Skullbone, just as a heads up, I didn't know you don't usually use the channel points, but I did add a blurb thing at the bottom there, so if anything feels like it connects with this, you know, there are some interesting matchups. Really makes you think who would beat the other. You're right, but I'm not even sure about this one, because I don't know much about Bloodborne. I don't know much about its history with artwork and stuff, but I feel like Urbosa might still topple. Yeah. Okay. Zenobia Quarta. Okay. I'll take a break. We'll be right back. You got ad blocked like Issei does in his own series. I'm assuming you mean you have an ad block. I don't know for sure, but okay. Yeah, we're definitely back now. So, okay, let's continue, shall we? Yeah, I feel like this isn't even a challenge. Like, Zenobia... Well, I say this, but Zenobia Quarta is probably, you know, much more popular character, and I did check this. So... Damn loop. So... I watched, obviously I watched somebody else, Radia Active, play this game the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I really needed to play this too. Kaneko from High School DD showed up, and I'm like, oh, I forget who she was going up against in this, but I was like, oh, she definitely has to have more. Kaneko only has like triple digits on Bahil, apparently. 2,000 more on the other site, and I'm just asking myself, how is that possible? She's still a High School DD character. Maybe not the most popular, but it's triple digits? Really? Alright, but let's ignore that. I still think that Zenobia wins this. What? What? Screw you, Pahil. Come on. Are you gotta be kidding. Let me see this. Yeah, 1,391 on the other site. If it was Rias or Akino, the numbers would be breaking the bank. More than likely, but like, that's a whole 400 and other... like, again, we're probably not counting the AI stuff, but still. That is ridiculous. Zenobia, really? Okay, just looking up here again. Okay, I'll get to this in a second. Looking up here, though, there is an AO Threedle. I might actually do a bit better than with that one. That could actually be a much more challenging thing. Because it's so much harder to pick and choose, like, what and who is on that website. Because it's like, I don't know. I don't know, just, I'm spitballing here, but, like, yeah. I'm just gonna say this hell of a boss character because I know nothing about this one. Also, like, she has, like, that ballet heel kind of thing that I like, so... Yeah. I think Hellabot... Oh, come on. This isn't... I just feel like, on principle alone, the Ace Attorney series would win. That's a lot more than I was expecting, though. Not gonna... This isn't even a fight. What? It is a fight? Jesus Christ. Okay, sure. Screw me, I guess. Alright, a little bit harder because I don't know much... I don't know how popular Genshin characters are outside of Mona, Yelan, and I don't know how Shiver is within the fandom. I don't know how well received they are. I'm just gonna assume because it's a Genshin character, there's more of her than Shiver. And I think even Shiver's predecessors do better. Okay, yeah. That surprised me as well, the Jessie one. I know, right? Like, what the hell? I think on principle of just being around longer, Princess Bubblegum definitely, like, she definitely works, I think. I think she has the higher number. Just on principle of, her romance with Marceline, the shipping wars that all caused, and just, again, the fact that her show's been around longer than Shiver has. Yeah? Cynthia! My god, this shouldn't be a challenge. This shouldn't even be a contest. But I'm very conflicted now seeing how much Jessie apparently has on Pahil. So, I don't know. I'm going with Cynthia on principle, on just like, just she's Cynthia. There we go. All right, great. I'm going with Cynthia. Yeah. Yeah, that whole franchise definitely has more than chaos. It's a lower number than I expected though. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of a head scratcher. Like, does the pony have more Rule 34 than The Last of Us? Than characters from The Last of Us combined? Let's find out. Eesh. Okay. We really don't want to know, but we know it's Twilight Pony. Yes, well... Listen... It just... Look, I was there for the MLP Renaissance, and even I can't really explain it. It's just a vibe, man. It's just a vibe. Now, I feel like Twilight still wins this just because I think Utah? I'm not actually sure how her name is pronounced, but I feel like Utah is a newer character. I think she's only like come into One Piece within like the last 5 years or so. So I think Twilight wins. Oh my god, that is a low number. Black Swan from Honkai Star Rail. Again, it's a Hoyo game, so I imagine she is... Jesus, are you kidding me? Alright. Okay, so we've got Sigma from Overwatch, who has 208, and we've got Launch from Dragon Ball. This feels tough, because Launch is not a very well-known character, I feel, from Dragon Ball. Like, she's literally just there from Dragon Ball, and, like, she is out for, like, all of DBZ, GT, Super, AF, whatever. So she's not as well remembered. I know she made a cameo appearance in the Kakarot game. I didn't play that, but I know she's in it. Just, as a reminder that she exists. But I think Sigma still has less than her, just on principle of it being a male character. I know that sounds a little... But hear me out. Winnie the Pooh? Okay, look. I know Kanga has just made people feel things recently. But... Yeah, we know Overwatch would have won by a landslide. I think if it was any other character other than Sigma, yeah, we would have had a different conversation here, but yeah, no. It was definitely Launch, but I have no idea, man. I'm a little worried to get this wrong, but well, let's see. Oh, come on. Just barely. Ah, because we're dealing with a franchise about a bear here. You've got to be kidding me. Like, really? I'm going with Birdo. Okay. Guido Mista. From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm just gonna say it's him. Because, I mean, he's a male character and all, but it's still, like, JoJo, I think, like, their fan base, like, still... They, like, I don't know. They pine over whatever they can, I feel like. I am not going to say... Look, I'm not going to say anything bad about the JoJo fans or anything else because I don't know how they feel. I don't know how they operate. But... I still feel like he might have something on Birdo. Just barely. Jeez. Okay, Tamari. Alright. I feel like she's a character from Naruto. So that's already gotta give her the upper hand. She's a female character from Naruto. So I feel like she should outweigh Guido. Wow. And yet I've never heard of her. That's weird, right? Velma. Oh my god, no question, no doubt about it. Look, I still remember when Julius Zimmerman was drawing artwork of Velma and Daphne. Velma would always be more popular with his fans and everything else because he used to sell his artwork through like an adult sort of auction site. So yeah, I'm not surprised here, and I feel like because of how trends change and everything else, like Velma's nerdiness has definitely resonated with a bunch of people and their urgency for clues, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I feel like because of that, I feel like Velma is definitely more. She has to be more popular, surely, than this Tamari, right? Boom. There we go. Yeah, the amount of art of Velma is quite remarkable. Commander. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to feel about this one. Because I have to imagine the Commander is in a... like... they're featured, quote-unquote, in a lot of artwork. But it's only because of the other characters. And I imagine those characters have a lot of fan art as well. It's kind of a tough one, really. Because, like, I know the Nikkei girls are very popular, but I don't feel like the Commander itself is as popular... or more popular than Velma. But it's the fact that he's in a lot of artwork with the Nikkei girls that I feel like that kind of pushes him upwards. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions if you have any. I am not sure, man. Like, I'm not even going to toss a coin, but I am not really sure where I should go with this guy. Because, like... You're stumped, but you would say Nikkei, but I don't know. Yeah, because, like, here's the thing. Like, I imagine the only reason the Commander exists is because it's only, like, part of his body that's in the artwork, because he's just banging the other Nikkei girls. But, sure, and I'm sure that the Nikkei girls have a lot of artwork themselves, but... more than Velma? I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say the Commander has more. If he doesn't, I'm not going to be surprised, but This is a very hard call to make. Okay. So we bungled that one. More like I bungled it, but... Okay. I feel like Kefla would just have more because she's a much more popular character in Super, and like the fact that she's a Super Saiyan kind of like helps her out quite a lot. But this is also a JoJo main character, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna go with Kefla. Really? We didn't even get anywhere on that one. Okay. So we're on Sanji versus Sophitia. I feel like Sanji has more just because One Piece is more popular. Out of all the Soul Calibur characters, Sophitia is not the first one I would think of when I think of Rule 34. That'll usually go to either Ivy or even Cassandra. Let's see. You think it's Sanji on this one? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yep. There we go. Okay. Penny. Yeah. Just barely. Goddamn. No game, no life. Alright, I've heard about this one. It is a light novel. I've never watched it, never bothered with it, but I still think Penny overtakes it. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna go with Cortana. Like, I've never played Halo. She's like the only female character I'm aware of. So, yeah. That being said, I think Sakura would still have more than Cortana, right? Because, I mean, Sakura's been in a lot more stuff. I mean, she's a Street Fighter girl, sure, but she's also been in a couple of other games, like, what is it, Rival School or something like that? Alright, we've got 4.5 minutes till the next ad break, just as a heads up. Yeah, it's Street Fighter. Everyone knows that. So that's what I'm thinking too. Like, just on the principle of being a Street Fighter character versus the only female character in Halo that I'm aware of. Oh yeah, that's a lot more than I was expecting. I'm not even gonna contest this. It's just Applejack. It is My Little Pony. Of course she's gonna have more. Not as much as Twilight, but still. Okay, I have questions. When we're referring to Latias, is it Latias itself, or is it Latias as like the human form that meets Ash in the movies? I still think Applejack has more. And I was right. Kara. Like, it's Undertale. Surely. I know Kara isn't like a very popular character in Undertale, but I have to imagine there is more. There is definitely more than Latias. Close. Alright. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure about this one. Like, Lust is definitely a character from Full Metal Alchemist, but I don't feel like she would have as much as Kara, because again, Undertale. I feel like Undertale's popularity trounces Full Metal Alchemist completely. But I'm also thinking on the grounds of Pahil versus the other one, and who would have more in that regard. Hmm. 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 Let's see. Hmm. Again, I'm just thinking to myself, like, Kara is in Undertale. More eyes on that, obviously. Yeah, I want to say Kara, but like Lust is like one of the few. Like I think we started this off with one of the girls from Full Metal Alchemist already. Like the childhood friend of the Elrics, and like we saw how like I think she had so little too. I'm gonna hedge my okay. This is actually a lot more important than I think because I want to try to beat the current streak I have, which is 9. Because obviously I was doing a lot of testing around with this before I even did the streaming. I'll say Kara. Wow. Wow. Really? Wow. Really? Wow. That is a low number for her. That is actually a low number for her. Like, I thought she had a bigger number than that. But I guess being part of Full Metal Alchemist, being like the hottest character in Full Metal Alchemist can't even save you. This one... Look, I don't know how people feel about Infinite as a character. I don't know how people feel about Infinite in his design. But I have to imagine he still has more than Lust, right? Wait, yeah, no, yeah, what? What? Okay. That was closer than I expected. I feel like Kain... Kain is very tough to me, though. Because she comes from Nier, which is before Nier Automata. But she had the Nier Reincarnation, which was a remake of the original Nier. But... like, people know of her, but I feel like she isn't as prominent as 2B, obviously. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss here. Who is more popular right here? Oh, we're on a break? Okay. I'll just give it a bit. In case you're coming in and you are not seeing the ad break, I am seeing that there is an ad break in progress, so just give me a moment, please. Okay, we're back. No, you're all right. I think Kane does win this one, but it's like, it's very hard to tell because I don't know how popular she is compared to 2B. Well, it's still something. I'm just gonna go with Sparkle. Oh no, I was wrong. Okay. I thought Sparkle was much more popular than that. Okay, I guess I was wrong. I mean, hey, on the bright side, I beat my streak, so let's consider that a victory. Alright. Wii Fit Trainer or Lisa from Genshin Impact? Okay. Honestly, my gut's telling me Lisa. Just on looks and charm alone, and the fact that she's a part of a very popular franchise. Yeah, we gotta beat 11 now. I definitely feel like Lisa beats the Wii Fit Trainer. Like, when the game started out, I definitely remember a lot of fan art of Lisa. I feel like it's kind of fallen off to the wayside because of other characters like Mona. But yeah, like, only by 1,000 though. I'm shocked. It's still Lisa. Come on. That is a bigger number than I expected, though. Giselle Gewell? I have... Okay, I've got somebody in my Discord that posts a lot of Bleach artwork, and I've never seen this character in particular. She looks like she's based off an insect or something. Still, I bet she has more than this guy, right? No? Okay. Sure. Alright. Oh, now this doesn't feel fair. Alright, I feel like Ino... I'm gonna call her Ino. I think Ino wins this one. Oh boy, yeah. Mila Bassett. Man, I want to say her because, you know, she's a furry. She's from a game that was based off of a Sonic game. I feel like it started off as a Sonic fan game, but it became its own thing. And now I'm just asking myself, okay, is she more popular than one of the most popular female ninjas in Naruto? Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time either. I was so close to beating it, but I could never beat the final boss. I still don't know what I was doing wrong in that damn fight. Maybe one of these days I'll revisit it. But yeah, I could not beat the boss. I couldn't beat the last boss, and that still frustrates me. Like, I came close to it, but never beat it. Honestly, I still feel like Ino wins. I know. Yeah, okay. This shouldn't even have been... Alright. This is still a tough one. Yes, it's Bleach, but it's the Bleach main character. But it's also a male protagonist, so I don't know if that really still sticks the landing. I don't know. Like, I'm sure he's got more. Just because, again, I think that Bleach is more well-known than Freedom Planet. I think we'll give it a try. Let's see. We'll go with Ichigo. See what we get. Oh, Jesus. I was worried over Come on! Come on! Okay. Like, listen, I'm sure she has her fans and everything else, but I still don't feel like Alpheus is topping any Rule 34 charts, even within her own franchise. Close, though. Ramatra. Who? I have never heard of this guy. I must really be so very far removed from Overwatch, if only because, like, I've never even heard of this person. Who are they? I've never seen them in anything in my life. Like, the only time I ever know about Overwatch is when somebody's posting SFMs about the characters, or the crossover collabs, which, you know what? I know. I feel like it's gonna be Alpheus, but still. Yeah, that reminds me. I haven't even bothered to download Overwatch 2, so I think I'm gonna be missing out on those Persona 5 skins, sadly. So, no Queen Diva for me, but I'll always have her in my head and in my heart. Maybe somewhere else. Okay. Grafia Lucifuge. Listen. There has to be more than this guy, right? Like, even if she's in the triple digits. I know she's not one of the more popular characters, but I still feel like she still has a fan base out there somewhere. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not even fair. What? No! No, I refuse! I refuse to believe this! Short by only 7? No! No! Bad, Pahil! Bad! Bad! Ugh. Kingdom Hearts versus one Genshin character. Come on. Come on. That is not fair. That is not fair. That is I refuse to accept that. No. I'm wondering what that number would have looked like even with the AI results blended in, but screw that, man. Actually, now I'm curious. Like, how does that look if I go by Rule 34? The other one. Oh my god, it's actually, I think it's worse somehow. Or better. I don't know, she is she is like a smaller number than I expected. Like, even on the other site, that's like 500. Are you kidding me, though? She's from High School DD. She has big boobs. Is it the fact that she's a married woman that turns people away? What the? What? Okay. 8,966 Kingdom Hearts pieces versus one Genshin Impact character. I'm not even sure how to feel about this because it's been years. And I don't really pay much attention to the Kingdom Hearts stuff as much as I used to. But there for a bit. Had to move it. But it's also like, I don't know how deep Kingdom Hearts, because like it's gotta be like, I don't know, there's like, I think it's mostly just like Sora, Roxas, like it's the guys and Aqua doing a lot of the legwork for Kingdom Hearts than it is you know, Kairi and stuff. I don't know Kingdom Hearts is as well known, but so is Genshin, so it's a 50-50. Yeah, this is like, we're looking at one character out of Genshin versus all of Kingdom Hearts. I'm going to go with Kingdom Hearts, but I'm not going to be surprised if she somehow has more than, like, the entire franchise. Okay, that is actually a lower number than... I can't do this. I listen. I know people want to womp womp the orca, but I don't know how much artwork there is of Shy Lily. I don't know how lewd people are with her. I don't know. I am not so sure about this one. Because like, I don't know, man. Like, I know people, like, want to womp womp the whale, but I'm gonna say the Genshin girl. Okay. I mean, listen. It's Rule 34, man. If it exists, there is porn of it. No exceptions. So don't be surprised if you see like a WWE wrestler on here or something. I know I won't. Yeah, so here we go. Another VTuber, Vebe. I still feel like Morgana would be a heavyweight against her. Yeah. Pauline. Okay. Super Mario character who has, you know, kind of been lurking in the shadows for a long time, finally comes back into relevance because of Odyssey. I have to imagine she's got more than a League of Legends character, right? Yeah. Oh, this isn't even close, man. Come on. This isn't even close. Like, I have to imagine Sombra has more than Pauline, right? Like, I'm sure she does, but I'm up for a second opinion. Man, you know what? I gotta go with Sombra. I really do think that Sombra has more going on than Pauline. Boy. I mean, I'm not wrong, but I don't even know who this is. So I'm just gonna say Sombra. Yeah. I mean, she looks attractive, don't get me wrong, but Catherine from Fire. Yeah, you know, the tier list that I just did. So I think she's got more. No? Boy, howdy, people are sleeping on the three houses. Are you kidding me? I don't even know who this is. I know more about Catherine. Like, really? Like, she doesn't have a lot of triced romances with Shamir or Byleth or Lady Rhea? I mean, come on, man. Lady Rhea, she has like a hard-on for Lady Rhea throughout most of the game. She does nothing but talk about Lady Rhea. Are you kidding me? You couldn't even do... I'm ashamed, Internet. I am ashamed of you. Shame. Oh, come on. What do you want me to... What? Who? Even from Courage the Cowardly Dog? Who is there to bang in that show? There's like no... This is kind of challenging. I was expecting some easy answers, but this actually makes one double guess. I know, right? Like, we're pulling the data from Pahil. nothing against Pahil. I want to state that right now. I have nothing against Pahil, but I just find that the other one does a better job of cataloging and categorizing, you know, just not just the characters, but like the tags that are involved and everything else. I also feel like it just has a better layout. Not to mention it tells you like the statistics, like right. I don't know. I feel like Pahil is more for the silly haha Rule 34, but the other one is best known for just like having like not just, you know, the known characters, but like original characters too. It's like it has like a lot of the artists' content too, so you know, it's a good archive. Even if a lot of artists don't like to see their stuff on the website, I do understand this though, because you know, leave Courage alone, internet. I don't think there's anyone to loot on the show. Yeah, no, I don't want to know what if there is any Courage the Cowardly Dog Rule 34. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. I am better off not knowing. I'm gonna go with Nita Chris anyway. So what? What? I need a moment. Oh great, the ad break hasn't come up yet. We've got like 4 minutes, and I'm just what? How? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take a second, just. Okay, well, first of all, that was a very terrible mistake. Okay, it's okay. There is a lot of Muriel just on the first page alone. I think it's that Red Fox too. I feel like that Red Fox is doing a lot of the legwork here. It's the furry stuff, I think, but that is still a bigger number than I expected out of Courage. Tailspin or Pokemon? Really? I mean, come on here. It's still Pokemon. Okay, we've gone over. Why would you do that to yourself? Childhood run. Listen, man. The first time I saw the Rule 34 meme go around, and people were. It was the Calvin and Hobbes thing. Like, yeah, of course I saw that. I wanted to see what the big fuss was about. Why wouldn't I? I don't regret it. And I do have a story about that, but I'm not going to tell it right now. We've already gone over Princess Bubblegum, so I'm going to say it's her. Yeah. I'm amazed. I thought Echo would have just had a lot, but okay. Honestly, between the MCU Loki and the Marvel Rivals Loki, I have to think Loki has more than Princess Bubblegum, right? I have to assume. No. Maybe Princess Bubblegum still has more. I'm up for an opinion if you have one. Hmm. You know what? I think... Does anyone even like Loki like that? People do. If not this version of Loki in just like his skin, like there are plenty of other skins that people will put Loki in. I think they like him in those more than they do his base outfit. But again, we also have to keep in mind MCU Loki. I still think Princess Bubblegum has more though. Oh yeah, that's... What was I worried about? Okay. So I'm not a big My Hero Academia fan. I'm aware of this character because I did watch the first season of the show, at least. So I know this is like one of the big villains. I think he has to have more than Loki. Ugh. I guessed wrong. Okay. Alright, we already know this one, so I'm not even gonna... You fools! You fools! Did you really think anybody was going to... Okay. Now I think we have... Okay. I feel like this is more of a challenge, because... I don't know much about Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I do know about Yoko, though. I have seen her a lot. I think I've mistaken her for the fire gym leader in Hoenn, whose name I am blanking on right now for some reason. But I still feel like she has less artwork than Mercy, right? It has to be Mercy. It has to be... Like, I know Yoko was a very popular character, but I feel like Mercy has to still have more, right? Oh, wow, that wasn't even a question. Hey, Lois, you remember the time that I had more Rule 34 art than this redhead girl? I apologize. I apologize greatly for that. I'm not going to be surprised if Peter Griffin has more than Yoko, though. But I still feel like Yoko wins. Oh, yeah. Lois, on the other hand... Okay. What do you, the viewing audience, think? Is it... Who is going to have more? Is it Meme Lord Peter Griffin or... one of the legendary Johto Pokemon? They actually did joke about Peter and Lois being on Rule 34. I remember that joke. But it's a very odd one that I don't feel like it was, like, blatant enough about it. It was like, hey, isn't that an animation of you and me doing it? What the hell? Like, that was it. It wasn't really as blunt as I thought they would be, which is, like, Family Guy's style of comedy nowadays, where it's like, it's very blunt. Like, they will literally hit you over the head with the joke. Whereas, like, American Dad, I haven't watched the more recent seasons, but I still feel like, you know, they have some kind of respect for their audience. But that's just me. Jesus. I'm gonna just assume Entei because Pokemon. Nope. Okay. We were wrong. We were dead wrong. Alright. I'm just gonna start us off on this one. I'm pretty sure the Honkai Star Rail person has more Rule 34 than an Attack on Titan character. It just seems like on principle alone, Attack on Titan doesn't have enough smut, so... Okay. Well, that's an eye-opener. I guess you can somehow have less smut than Attack on Titan. Oh, please. Oh, please. Okay. Now we're on a tough one. again, I don't know enough about JoJo to really guess this one, but I have to assume that just on principle alone that like the JoJo guy has to have more than the My Hero Academia guy, right? I know Denki is like a popular character. I like his design personally. Yeah, I'm going JoJo because it's JoJo. Good. Yeah. Again, I feel like this isn't even a challenge. But like I do want to talk a little bit about like Deltarune and Undertale content for a minute. Like they really draw the girls thick. Like Noelle, like she looks like a twig here, but like they give her like a hell of a curvy body. I just want to stress that. Like they give her like a lot of junk in the trunk. They'll give her like, you know, a C cup at best, but like goddamn, like those artists really work on the details. Like it's kind of like what's her name from Silk Song? Like she's had a blow up in content recently. Don't ask me to name her because I don't remember. I'm not a very big Hollow Knight guy. I know the character exists, but yeah, Noelle no doubt has more, but like that's really impressive with sprite art to do all that. Oh god, like think about the Hex Maniac from Pokemon X and Y. Like when you look at her sprite in game, and even like her 3D model, like there isn't a lot going on there. I will admit, like she is very flat. She doesn't have a lot to her design. But you think about all the people that are drawing her with the Milky Milkers and, you know, that like she's a thick goth girl and everything else, and it's like, yeah, well, they do it. It is possible. Like even Toriel, like there isn't a lot to her. Like a lot of her body is hidden underneath that robe of hers, but people still draw her as a juicy goat mom, you know? Like there is a lot of imagination when you're just dealing with 2D sprites. Like you can go anywhere. Like just as an example, like there's an older Atari game that I remember the AVGN played. I forget what the name of it was and everything else, but I do remember like when the light, like there was like a circle around one of the characters. He thought it looked a lot like Meatwad. So like minimalism can do a lot for the imagination. That's all I really gotta say. But yeah, I still think Noelle is the winner here. Not as much as I thought, though. Okay. Sharks have 2 penises. I just want to point that out here. I have to imagine that there is like a good amount of Jeff fan art after Marvel Rivals blew up. But there are more characters in Marvel Rivals that have more than him, I have to imagine. Yep. Enderman? Do you doubt the power of Deltarune fans? No, God heavens, no. Why would I do that? I don't know, because again, like there's a lot of imagination to something like the Enderman. But even I don't know. I don't know, man. Minecraft porn is weird. To be fair, there is some crazy stuff on Minecraft. I know there's an artist that I used to follow, like 3D artist. I want to say it was like something T. But like to be fair, like they also don't really fall within the guides of you know, like the world being blocky and everything else. Like they will give like, you know, like spherical breasts or like, you know, like the stomachs will inflate and be rounded and stuff, just as a couple of examples, but I'm sure that there is a good community that is horny for the Enderman, right? Okay. Oh my god, this shouldn't be a contest! I was shocked when I first saw it and was very disturbed and scared. Listen, man, I have seen so much on the internet, it would turn your skin white. Oh wait, I'm already... Never mind. You get what I mean. Do I even need to ask? Lower than I expected. And I have to imagine Hell of a Boss fans, like, there has to be a big contingency of them. Yep. I'm still going with Hell of a Boss. I like Sylveon. I'm sure that there's a lot of I want it to be Enderman so bad, but I know what the actual answer is. Yeah, well, I still think it's like, again, it's a whole category, a whole show, rather than just like, there's no way that Sylveon alone could overtower Hell of a Boss. Yow. That's like a fraction, though. Alright, this isn't even a contest. We know this one already. Amelia from ReZero. I'm sure that some people goon to Luna, not even knowing where she's from. Man, I feel like I'm an old man yelling at the cloud. I say this a lot, but I don't know what it is about the word gooning that I dislike. I just know I don't like it. I can't really explain. I feel like there is a good reason for it, but to put it into my own words, I feel like I need to really, like, think about it. Because, like, there are so many other euphemisms that you could use. I feel like you really don't need gooning to be one of them. But it's like, I'm seeing a lot of language changing in front of us right now. And it's kind of like, I question a lot of it. I'm not going to get into an existential crisis now. I've already done this during... I've talked about the same thing back during a Mass Effect 2 playthrough, but I'm just going to assume Amelia has more than the Winnie the Pooh franchise, right? Like... I mean, Kanga is kind of, like, carrying that whole franchise. I know ReZero probably has a lot of it, especially the femboy, the cat femboy, whose name I can't remember, and I think there's like 2 different names for the character anyway, so I'm not gonna get into that little rabbit hole, but like, I really don't want to screw this up either, because like we're close to beating the streak. I want to at least beat this streak. If we can beat this streak, then I'm going to end the stream. Like, so my only familiarity with ReZero is the 2 maids and the cat femboy. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna trust my heart and go with Amelia. Okay. No contest. Come on. Are you kidding? Pikachu is... It's not even a like, I'm sure... No, I know Pikachu isn't, like, you know, the most prominent character in Pokemon Rule 34, but come on. Come on! I don't... Like, who knows who this Amelia character is? Pikachu. Everybody knows Pikachu. And good lord, Pikachu gets into so much crap. I don't even want to talk about the Lapras thing. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm not telling. Alright. Pikachu. For the win. Yay. Yeah, not even gonna... I'm not even going to try bothering... Okay. Surge the Tenrec. I don't want to know. Some things are better left unseen. You say that, but my lord, man. The things you discover when you're really curious. Alright. So, I'm not sure, okay. I have to imagine Surge the Tenrec. First of all, I'm not even sure if that's like an official render. I feel like that has to be fan-made. Choji is probably the accessory in those posts with him. Probably. I don't know, because, like, I'm not familiar... Like, I know Surge is a character in the comics. But it's also, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, so I have to imagine that's still more than Choji, right? Yeah. Silent Hill. I don't even want to know what the porn looks like for that game. Sure, it's a whole franchise versus Surge the Tenrec, who is like a fraction of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, that's what I thought. Although, Talia being a League of Legends character, I have to imagine that they've got more than just the franchise on its own, but... And again, there was like the one character from League of Legends that had like 1,000. So, okay, I'm not going to look at Talia herself, but I am going to look at what League of Legends looks like. Just for my own curiosity. I mean, I don't think I'm cheating. But this at least gives me an idea. Okay, wow. League of Legends is freaking huge, man. I have to imagine there is a lot of... There has to be something to Talia, right? Like, I know the KDA girls are definitely, like, some of the more popular girls. But if League of Legends has that much, I can't imagine Talia has less than Silent Hill, right? I don't know. Choji is probably... Oh, Mona, I didn't realize that was you. I'm sorry. Thank you for stepping in, by the way. I hope you're having a good evening. I'm sorry, your name is in the same color as Skullbone, so I was very confused. I'm sorry for not acknowledging you. Oh my god, I didn't when did you... Okay, you came in. You were the Deltarune person. I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that was you. Like, your color in my chat on my phone is like the same pink as Skullbone, so I apologize for that. I have to imagine Talia, though. I'm gonna go with Talia. If Talia does not have more than Silent Hill, I am going to end the stream here. If she is lower than Silent Hill, I will end the stream. I will not end the stream, but I will, like, end the game for now. So, fingers crossed, I guess. Oof. Okay. Well, okay. Okay, there we go. I apologize for that. I don't know how I missed you. I apologize for that. Okay, let me just stop the music now, because it's getting a little on my nerves. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. That was fun. I'm very glad I was able to test this out on stream. Because the Fire Emblem one ended so short. Like, I don't know why I thought that would take, like, more than an hour to do, but this was a nice experiment. I'm glad I got to do it. I'm looking forward to doing it again tomorrow evening. So, yes. Mona, again, thank you for being here. I apologize for not acknowledging you. I am so sorry about that. I hope you will forgive me. Skullbone, thank you for being here, and thank you for sticking around through this just to give us a test on this little bit of a preview for tomorrow night, I guess. And for everybody who has been coming in and out, who has been watching, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here, even if for a short period of time. Thank you for just like watching this. If you do enjoy what you've seen though, please remember to give us a follow or subscribe. Every little bit helps, and it's all greatly appreciated. That being said though, I think it's definitely gonna be an end of the night, so we will. No, I'm gonna just. Okay, I'm gonna put you on a snooze ad break. Sorry. Yeah. That being said, we're gonna move on. For those of you who are still here, I just want to make sure you know I'm going to do this again tomorrow night. This was kind of just like a test because the original stream ran short. But yes, we will be doing this more tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna see if I can get any kind of other creators around to, test the waters if they're not busy or anything else. So I will see you all tomorrow at the same Fizzer time, same Fizzer channel.